In a world of monsters, he is not the strongest, not the fastest, not the smartest, and yet he rises from a minor pirate to a war participant, to a warlord of the sea, and eventually to one of the most feared names in the world. Not through power, not through discipline, but through something far more dangerous: perception. This is law number 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. And no character embodies this law more absurdly and more perfectly than Buggy the Clown. Most people believe success comes from effort, hard work, skill, talent, but power operates differently. Power flows toward those who can organize effort, redirect effort, claim results, because doing the work is not the same as owning the outcome. Buggy understands something most don't. If others believe you are the reason something succeeds, then you don't need to be the one who made it happen. Buggy begins as a small-time pirate, clumsy, greedy, often ridiculous. But even early on, there's a pattern. Buggy doesn't fight fair. He manipulates. He distracts. He lets others act first. And when chaos unfolds, he positions himself at the center. Even when events spiral out of his control, he survives. Why? Because he lets others take the risks. Others absorb the damage. Inside Impel Down, the world's most dangerous prison, Buggy is not the strongest inmate, not even close. But this is where law number 7 becomes visible. Luffy breaks into the prison. Chaos begins. And Buggy does something critical. He attaches himself to momentum. Other prisoners begin to see Buggy as a central figure. Why? Because he speaks loudly, acts boldly, positions himself visibly. Even when Luffy does the real work, Buggy appears like a co-leader, and perception begins to shift. He steps into the spotlight. Marineford is a battlefield of legends. Admirals, warlords, Whitebeard, and in the middle of it all, Buggy, completely outmatched. Through Den Den Mushi broadcasts, Buggy becomes visible to the entire world. His past connection to Gol D. Roger is revealed. The world starts believing Buggy is important. Buggy is powerful, even though he isn't doing the heavy fighting. Others are. After the war, Buggy is offered a position as a warlord of the sea, not because of strength, but because of perceived influence. He allows others' actions to build his reputation. And then he steps into the role created for him. At the height of his journey, Buggy becomes associated with Cross Guild, with Dracule, Mihawk, and Crocodile. They are the real power. Buggy is not. And yet, the world believes Buggy is the leader. Perception has fully separated from reality. Others provide the strength, the strategy, the execution. But Buggy receives the title, the fear, the recognition. Effort is not ownership. Visibility is ownership. Buggy doesn't win the hardest fights, but he understands positioning. He understands attention. If this changed how you see success, comment. Perception is power, because the one who works the hardest does not always win.